Greetings and salutations. Ollie's back with another loaf of daily bread for you. Today's loaf comes to us by way of the psychologist, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, author of Flow. And he says the following: subjective experience is not just one of the dimensions of life, it is life itself. Material conditions are secondary. They only affect us indirectly by way of experience. Flow and even pleasure, on the other hand, benefit the quality of life directly. Health, money, and other material advantages may or may not improve life. Unless a person has learned to control psychic energy, chances are such advantages will be useless. I haven't talked about flow in a while, but as I've mentioned in the past, this is an excellent book that touches on a wide array of very useful and very important topics. The book is about optimal states of being, flow states. And a flow state, if you recall, is when you lose track of time, lose track of yourself. You no longer are self-conscious, you are immersed in whatever you're doing. That could be a sport, an artistic venture, it could even be your business. It's that thing you do that is pleasurable in and of itself, that you would do for its own sake, not for some ulterior motive or some further reward, but simply as it is. It's a worthwhile activity. What Csikszentmihalyi is saying here is that subjective experience, that is the experience of reality that you're having at this very moment, is not only a facet of your life, but is in fact your entire life. Or at least the entirety of your life as you experience it. And so by that logic, Csikszentmihalyi says that the material conditions of your life are not as important as the internal conditions. The ability to incite flow states, to turn adversity into a pleasurable challenge. These are all qualities or skills or traits that will be useful no matter what your material circumstances happen to be. Because ultimately, everything you experience, you do so through the filter of your own subjective experience. There's no other way around it. You can't get out of your own experience. All your knowledge and beliefs and opinions, all of these things are filtered through your experience. And so, having control over that experience, being able to affect the quality of that experience is hugely important if you want to have a meaningful, satisfactory life. If you want to enjoy life. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the advantages in the world, materialistically speaking, but if you don't have any control over your consciousness, if you don't have any control over the psychic energies that are in here and in here, then all of these advantages will end up being a moot point, because they'll be filtered through a subjective experience that is broken, incapable of fully enjoying and absorbing what is going on around it and inside of it. So, yes, this is another way of saying as within, so without. Because you can be a miserable billionaire who hates his life. You can be a celebrity who's worshipped worldwide and still commit suicide. Because the external is secondary, as Csikszentmihalyi says. Pretty astute for a psychologist. I'm pretty sure he's more than a psychologist. Kind of like Jung, I think he probably dabbles in a bit more. In any case, I highly recommend the book Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. And I also highly recommend that you take time to think about this quote and consider how it might have an impact in your own day-to-day life. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to me in the comments section below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will catch you on the next edition of The Daily Bread. Until then, live well, my friends.